wondered after visiting a hospital how the various medical equipments found in various departments are being purchased or procured? So there are basically three models behind this: procurement model, reagent rental model, and rental basis model. So what is procurement model? Procurement model is when the organization procures or purchases the product or the medical equipment entirely. So they become the owner of the medical equipment. So they go and buy it from the organization that sells the medical equipments. What is reagent rental model? Reagent rental model is where the hospital or organization purchases only the reagents. So what are these reagents? Just to make you understand in layman terms, for an example, you're buying a washing machine for your house. So the washing machine, how does it the detergent to make it work? Not make it work, but just to the clothes will get the fragrance and it is cleansed properly. Likewise, for any medical equipment, let's take an ABG analyzer. It needs its own reagent to show the test results. Or we could take the example of a printer and a cartridge. So for example, you're not procuring the printer as a whole. So what you're doing is that based on the number of papers used in a month or in 6 months, you buy the cartridge from the company where you have got the printer on rental basis. So this you can consider as an example in layman terms for reagent rental model. The printer is not yours, but the cartridge is yours, for which you're paying the money to the organization on a contract basis based on the number of papers used in a month or in 6 months. Some duration is kept, based on which you're signing a contract with the other party. So this is exactly how the reagent rental model works. So likewise, a lot of these laboratories, in the laboratories you can see a lot of medical equipments that has its own reagents based on which it will show the test results. So these reagents are being purchased by the hospitals instead of procuring the entire medical equipment. So what is the benefit of procurement model and what is the benefit of reagent rental model? Finally, I'll talk about the rental basis model. So procurement model, in that case, you become the owner of the medical equipment. The entire medical equipment's ownership is on you. So what are the disadvantages of this procurement model is that any medical equipment or any facility that any machinery that you're buying is prone to depreciation. This you would have studied in your financial concept. So within 5 years or 6 years, the value of the machine or the medical equipment depreciates. So what happens is that you need to again go and buy another medical equipment and it becomes obsolete also. What is obsolete? It is outdated. So you cannot use it anymore after so many years. So that is why you have to again go and buy these medical equipments. All these medical equipments would cost a lot. They might cost from lakhs to crores. So the hospital's revenue and capital, everything should be kept on mind before procuring a particular medical equipment. So what is the benefit of going for reagent rental model? Reagent rental model will allow you to go for a new equipment after the contract is over. You can again go for the organization with which you have got the contract, saying like 5 years is over, I want another medical equipment of the I want the same medical equipment with another feature, and you can again go for the reagent rental basis. So this reagent is fixed based on the number of patients visiting a hospital. So if your hospital is having so and so patients, you will pay for the reagents alone that you are receiving from the contract based organization. So after 5 years, if you feel it's obsolete, you can go for the new feature. This is the advantage of reagent rental model. So what is the disadvantage is that you don't have the ownership of the medical equipment. So everything is under the contract based organization. You go for the reagents alone is based on is in your control, which is based on the patients. So that you will, the contract itself, you will come in terms with all those things. So all these reagent rental model and procurement model is based on the organization's revenue structure and the facilities provided by the organization and the patients visiting the hospitals. So it varies from organization to organization. So the organization who wants to go for a procure model or a reagent rental model needs to understand what type of organization they are and whether how many patients are coming to their organization. Based on all these aspects, keeping this on mind, they have to go for procurement or reagent rental model. So this is very important. And the third aspect is the rental basis model. Rental basis is where it's like leasing. So the land is on lease, the medical equipments can be on lease. So I have seen, in my experience, I have seen a lot of lands being on lease. So they take a particular land and they will fix for a particular period. It can be 5 years, 20 years. So you actually can do any non-profit or profit-based in that particular land on a rental basis. So like how you pay your PG rents and things like that, you pay for the rent of the land to that particular organization or place where you have gone for the rental based contract. I hope you have understood a little about procurement model, reagent rental model and the rental basis model. So these are the different means by which an organization purchases a medical equipment. So there are more laws also tied up on to this, and the imports duty and other aspects as well. I'll try to cover one by one in my other videos.